it's Stacy Esser with Coffee Talk. Today I am going to be chatting with Holly Connaker from Compass in Minneapolis area. So I'm just waiting for her to join me. I hope everyone is enjoying the beautiful weather. At least it's beautiful in Chicago. We had some awful weather. So let's see. Here she is. So hi there, Holly.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fabulous. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. How is everything going?
It's going well. I'm in Ohio right now at a horse show because that's one of my other passions in life other than real estate. I love my Arabian horses. So I'm at a competition, the World Equestrian Center. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm here.
fun. So you ride horses?
I do. I ride horses. I show competitively. I go to different places around the country and compete. And it's been a lifelong passion of mine. So it's a great way to connect with other real estate agents too. When I'm in different locations, I try and meet up with different people and get to know where I'm at and who's selling houses.
So, I mean, I didn't realize because are you from Minneapolis originally?
Yep, I'm from Minnesota. Yes.
Uh, but not Minneapolis itself, further
No,
out?
no, actually, I'm from the Brainerd Lakes area, which is about 2 hours north of Minneapolis. So it's where a lot of people go to vacation, a lot of second homes, third homes, lake homes, cabins, that kind of thing. So we see a lot of people vacationing in those areas. So I do sell up in the Brainerd area on Gull Lake and the Whitefish Chain and some of the other lakes as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously there's more land out there because I know Minneapolis is more, I mean, there's the suburbs, but my mom grew up in North Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely more familiar with the area, having gone there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My grandparents lived there until they passed away when I was a teenager. So, and we still have some cousins there, and my mom's best friend from when she was in elementary school. So I definitely still know the area.
Yeah. It's great. We've got a lot of bike paths in the Twin Cities area. That's what it's called, the Twin Cities, because it's Minneapolis and St. Paul. But we have a lot of biking trails. There's a lot of pickleball now. There's water sports because we have a lot of different lakes other than Lake Minnetonka around the greater Minneapolis area. Minnesota is known for its lakes, and I think they
10,000 lakes,
the
right?
10,000 lakes. Actually, there's more than 10,000. Can't name them all. Some don't even have names.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one that we used to go to all the time when I was a kid, and it wasn't Minnehaha Falls. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. That's a really pretty area.
Yeah.
They have some restaurants and like nice trails and hiking trails around there as well. So,
hmm
yeah.
Yeah. And then, so if someone was coming to Minneapolis or St. Paul area, besides going to Mall of America,
Thank you.
besides there, where would you suggest someone go and check out?
Well, I would say go out on Lake Minnetonka and enjoy the water, enjoying being on the lakes. There's a lot of different communities right on the water and explore some of those areas. Downtown Wayzata, Excelsior. There's another great area called Long Lake, and that's right on the water as well. Those are some of the key things. If you're coming to Minnesota in the summer, you're going to want to definitely hit those spots. If you're wanting to experience some theater and art and that kind of thing, there's definitely downtown Minneapolis. We've got a lot of really great restaurants. So if you're a foodie, you're going to want to check out those as well. If you want to be in more of an urban area, but still kind of a quaint little community, Edina is amazing. There's all kinds of great restaurants and stores. The Galleria is another great mall to go to. You get some more high-end brands, if you will, and there's a lot of really just cute things to go and enjoy and do there.
And is it, I know like in Chicago, you have the urban areas and people are spreading out, especially during COVID. Um, but downtown Minneapolis has gotten more developed over the years. But where are people moving in order to get more space in Minneapolis? Are there specific areas that
Yeah,
they're going?
great question. We're seeing people that are wanting to move. If it's families, they're wanting to move based on school districts. So we're seeing a lot of people move to the western suburbs. And so that would be like the Orono area, the Orono School District. We're seeing people seeking out the Minnetonka School District, which is a pretty large area as well. And it goes up to Lake Minnetonka. The Wayzata School District, which encompasses some of Wayzata, some of Deep Haven, some of Plymouth, Minnetonka, some of Medina, Maple Grove, those suburbs. So, and people are also looking to go even farther west if they're looking for larger parcels of land. So past Minnetonka, past Medina, past Orono. So it really just depends on what somebody is truly desiring as
Uh-huh.
far as property.
Got it. And what's the average home price right now for like a 3 or 4 bed house
Good.
in Minneapolis?
Well, if you're looking, well, there's not as much in Minneapolis as far
Or like the surrounding suburbs?
as area. You're going to be anywhere from like that 5 to 650, depending on what you're looking for as far as a home. If you're looking for more new construction, you're going to be upwards of $1 million
Okay.
in the suburbs.
It's so interesting, like comparing home prices from one state to
Yeah,
another. I don't know if Susie's still on it. She's in New Jersey, and her home prices are definitely much higher than mine, and mine are a little bit higher than yours. So it's very interesting. So,
yeah.
so yeah,
Depends on if you're buying a used house or a new house.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Abs
It,
and are you seeing a ton of new construction in the suburbs?
Yeah, we are seeing a ton of new construction. When people are relocating to Minnesota, and they're wanting kind of the primo school districts, they're coming to the western suburbs, and they know that they're going to be relocating again probably sometime in the next 3 to 5 years. So they don't want to have a whole lot of things that they have to put money into and fix. So they like to go into new construction because it's an easier in and out for them if they're kind of in the business of relocating. We've got over 20 major corporations in the Twin Cities area. So we're seeing that if they're coming into, the Wayzata School District, you're at a minimum of $1 million. And in some areas, in some developments, you're going to be upwards of 2 to 3 million for that new construction.
So Susie just asked, how much is new construction on the lake? So can you find something on Lake Minnetonka that's new construction?
You can. It's a little bit more difficult, but on Lake Minnetonka, and again, depending on what area of the lake you're on, you're looking at anywhere from 4 million to 15 million for newer construction on the lake.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. And um, I had and what about like condos in downtown Minneapolis?
Condos
Like,
in downtown Minneapolis. Yeah, great question. We're seeing there's a lot of condos available in downtown Minneapolis. We're seeing prices anywhere from 300,000 to $10 million if you're wanting to be at like the Four Seasons or the 11 buildings. Those are more the primo price points. And you have to be an owner occupant in those two buildings.
so
But if you're
I'm sorry, $300,000, is that a studio? Is that a one
that's
bedroom?
typically a 1 to 2 bedroom, correct?
Got it. And Susie has one more question. At what price point is the most inventory?
As far as the condos,
or just,
we're seeing,
yeah, condos or single family homes. So if someone was relocating to the Minnesota area, Minneapolis area.
yeah, we're seeing a lot of inventory in that 300 to 450 range for condos in downtown Minneapolis. And then we're also seeing a fair amount of inventory above 2 million, kind of in that 2 to 3 million, not new construction, but just resale homes. We're seeing a little bit more inventory in that price range. They're not going quite as quick as they have in previous years.
And then, I mean, I had a client that relocated there last year, but I know Target headquarters is there. What are some other, what other businesses are there that people are relocating for work?
We have a huge amount of med tech in the Twin Cities area, and also financial services. So Ameriprise is a really big employer here. We have Cargill, we have Medtronic, we have United Health Group, which is headquartered out of Minneapolis, Best Buy, Land O'Lakes, just a large amount of big companies that are in the area, and still bringing people in. But with COVID, we've seen more people that are allowed to work remotely. So we have seen some people leave the state and go to Florida or Arizona or some of the warmer climates. Yeah.
Yeah. And are you still seeing multiple offers
We
in certain
definitely
price
are.
points?
Yep, we definitely are. Actually, in all price points. What I tell sellers and buyers too is that if a property is priced correctly and it's in wonderful condition, buyers are going to recognize that, and they're going to be more aggressive in their offer. If you're not putting as much effort into preparing your property for sale, then you may not get multiple offers, or if you're priced a little bit too aggressively, it may sit a little bit longer. So pricing and condition is maybe a little bit more important this year than it was last year.
Yeah. So, okay, so back to the Arabians.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
sorry, I'm going to switch. I know we talked a lot about the real estate.
Yeah.
So you where do you keep your horses? How far away are they from you? How often are you riding? How do you balance the two if you're going to shows and competitions and real estate?
Great question. My horses, I've got two that I compete with. They live about 35 minutes from me, and I go for riding lessons once a week. So I time block, just like the rest of my life. I have to time block some personal time, and I go out and I practice. It's really good for me just to have a little bit of downtime and have a little bit of enjoyment, even if it's just out there brushing my horses. I just really need that. When I'm going to a competition, I do have a group of people that I work with that are amazing colleagues that if I have showings or if I have a client that needs some specific attention, I can coordinate with them. And so that's kind of how I work it. But as real estate agents, we have our phone and our computers with us at all the time, and we can do a lot from our phones. So
Right.
I'm always available. So that's how it goes.
Right. And the Compass tools make it really easy
They
for
definitely
clients.
do. They definitely
Right.
do. Well, and with social media and with the ability to do Zoom calls and that kind of thing, you really can still stay so connected, and you can talk to your clients and feel very engaged in what they're doing. And I also let them know that, hey, I'm going to be out of town, but you're still going to be cared for, and you're still top priority for me. I'm just not going to physically be here, but I've made a contingency plan for you in the event that you need to see something or somebody needs to see a house, that kind of thing. So,
Right. And I know that you have, is it 2 sons or 3 sons?
I've got 2 boys.
Right? Because I
Yeah.
remember I met you last summer when you were in Chicago because one of your sons had a soccer tournament.
Yes, yes. Good memory. Yep, he is back out at college in DC. He's at American University playing soccer. And my youngest he's working. And he'll be going back to school right after Labor Day. So he's going to be a sophomore in high school.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you been to a lot of games at Wrigley Field this year? Your baseball
You
guy.
know, yes, I am. I haven't been to as many as I would like. I'm actually going on Saturday, but they're like finally, they picked up momentum, and so
Oh, that's
there's a chance
awesome.
that we might make it to the playoffs.
Woo-hoo.
I don't know. We'll count. I'm not going to count my chickens before they're hatched.
Oh, yeah. You
So
never can. Well,
no,
I don't ever do that with any of Minnesota sports because they.
right? The Vikings were good once upon a time,
Yeah, they were.
right?
And so were
And
the Twins.
I don't remember that. I
Yeah,
remember the
1987.
Vikings.
They won the World Series, right?
I don't know. That was so. I don't know.
I
And
think,
aren't the Timberwolves do okay
yeah,
sometimes,
they,
right?
they've done really well. We have a hockey team, the Minnesota Wild, and then we also have the Minnesota United, the Loons, for our professional
What?
soccer team.
Oh, yeah. Soccer's one sport I'm not as into, but
Yeah, I love
but
it. It's
oh
really
yeah.
fun.
Well,
Yeah,
well yeah, you do because your son,
yeah. Who knew?
right?
And I never played soccer, and he was so into it. So,
So there's actually one of the agents in Kansas City that I met at the retreat. Their son is playing. Is he playing professional or semi-professional soccer?
oh, he probably plays for Kansas City's team. He
No,
might be
he's
under
not.
a.
No, I think he's playing in Texas. I don't know. I'll have to connect you, and you guys will
Oh
have to
yeah.
talk. Yeah, but yeah, he's very into soccer as
Oh,
well,
that
playing soccer
would
as
be really
well.
fun. I'd love to connect with her.
Yeah,
I have a friend. Her son he just went professional for Austin FC. So yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. All these kids
Wow.
that my son grew up with, and they're all professional soccer players now.
I know.
I think he's got like 5 or 6 friends that have signed pro contracts.
That's incredible. What someone that I've collaborated with through all of, Compass, her, sorry, people are mowing the lawn, so now of course it's gotten very loud. Um, someone, someone I've collaborated with, her good friend's son is in the minor leagues for the Cubs team, and he was called up for
Oh,
first base, but he's been right. So I'm like, okay, well, when he's ready, have his mom call me
yeah.
if he is like permanently on the team. I'm like, I'm ready.
You're like, I just really want to go watch him.
Right, exactly. I just want to meet him and meet everyone else.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, that would be
Yeah.
so fun. So,
Uh-huh.
so fun. You
Yeah,
probably see all the
exactly.
golf carts going behind me.
So, okay, so I'm going to go back to the horses because now I'm super
Yeah.
interested. So a competition
Yes.
for showing your horses, what does that mean compared to riding in a competition?
Okay. So I show in hand. So most people know what the Westminster Kennel Club is. When they show in hand, they just kind of lead the dog around. So
Hmm.
that's what I do. I wear a
Okay.
suit with a cowboy hat, and I lead my horse. And then they judge. They'll stand in a certain way,
Yeah.
and they judge their suitability to do the type of riding that I do.
Okay.
So that's the class that I show in. It's called Performance Halter.
Okay.
So that's one type of competition that I do. And the other type of competition that I do is actually a riding class. And people always want to know, well, do you jump? Do you do barrels? Do you do dressage? No, I don't do any of that. I wear a
Okay.
really, really sparkly outfit, and I ride in a circle.
That's it.
Circle, and it's like the prettiest horse and rider wins the competition. It's very subjective. It's like saying, oh, I like blondes and I like brunettes. Very subjective.
Oh my God.
It's like, yeah, one of the
So it's like a beauty pageant for dogs.
kind of
I mean, for not
for
dogs,
horses.
but
Yeah. And it's political and everything else.
Oh my God,
And,
that is
yeah.
hysterical.
Okay. And then you win like a $2 ribbon.
That's so fun.
It is, but we all do it, and we're all excited to go to the shows because you go there and you see your friends and you hang out, and
Yeah. And
it,
and how far do you travel for these competitions? Because you're in Ohio right now.
yeah.
But like,
So
how far do you go?
quite a way. So the other show that I went to this February was in Scottsdale, Arizona. So I have a trainer that trains my horses and hauls the horse to the show, and I hop on a plane and I meet up there.
Wow.
And that's what I did. That's really what my time allows me to do.
Right.
And you don't want me driving a horse trailer anyway.
No.
Dangerous.
Wow. So, wow. So it's a good investment.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's my sanity. And
No, right. But it's
properties to horse people. So, in that respect, I do a lot of marketing. And all of my friends at the horse shows, they all know that I'm a real estate agent. And
Right.
They call me when they need to buy a property or sell a property around the globe. So it is kind of that way.
Right. No, it is a good way to market yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I have someone else to introduce you to. I have another friend. She used to be my Pilates instructor here, and she lives in Durango, Colorado, and she's a horse person.
Oh, fun.
So she has a real estate license out there.
Oh,
so I'll have to connect you to her as well.
Yeah, I'd love that. It seems like horse people it's like a common language.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that people understand if they're another horse person.
Yeah.
They understand kind of your talk track. And if you're a non-horse person, you're like, huh?
Right.
It's kind of weird. What are you talking about? A farrier. That's who does the horse's feet, nails, trims their feet.
Got it.
So.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yes, I get it. So, wow. Well, so when's the competition?
This is the Region 14 horse show. So it's a regional show, and people are coming here from Texas, Florida, California to come and compete. And it's at the World Equestrian Center in Wilmington, Ohio.
Okay, so is it this weekend?
Yeah, it is. It starts tomorrow, actually. So everybody got here yesterday or Monday, and kind of getting all their stuff set up and making sure the horses are all settled in. And so, yeah. And it goes through Sunday, so it'll be fun.
Wow. Well, I wish you all the best, and that you get your blue ribbon. Is that what it is? What color it is?
Well, hopefully it'll be blue, red, and yellow. That's the championship ribbon.
Oh, all right. Well, then we want you to get it. We want to see a yellow ribbon on Instagram.
All right. Well, if I get one of those, I'll take a picture of it and I'll tag you. So you see.
All right. Sounds good.
And I'll just say winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Crazy. How's the market right now in Chicago?
It's pretty much the same everywhere. It's been there's been multiple offers.
Okay.
Some in some areas in some of the suburbs. In certain price points, they're sitting. I've seen some price adjustments. Like I've been doing some rentals because things are a little slower, and even those you're getting multiple offers on rentals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's crazy. But in other areas, things are totally sitting. So it really just depends on the price
Yeah.
point.
We don't have much for rental.
Well, I mean, agents get commissions on rentals, and there's not a ton of inventory right now. My boyfriend does that for a living. He has a leasing company. So, and he was hoping after COVID things would turn around and this would be a good year. And because interest rates jumped up, people weren't moving because people couldn't buy because there's no inventory. So it's been like a snowball and it's really impacted the rentals, and rents have totally jumped up.
Okay.
So we just rented, actually, my cousin had a condo for my uncle. We had to move my uncle into assisted living. So we rented the condo for $300 more than we thought we were going to.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
$1,400 one bedroom apartment went for $1,700.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's been a little nuts.
Yeah, that
But,
is nuts. That is
yeah.
so.
So, but everything impacts everything.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. So.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me on.
You're
I've
welcome.
never done this before, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun.
I mean, it's a lot of people are fearful of it, but it's just a chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I was more worried about, am I going to know how to actually get on this call?
And it really wasn't that difficult.
It wasn't that difficult. So,
yeah.
very good.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining me, and good luck this weekend. Do you say good luck? I don't want to say anything else, or unless there's something you're supposed to say. No, right? You don't want to say that?
Oh, let's not say that.
No. So, well,
thank you.
Good luck, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.